Let's get to your Northland Ford starting lineups. Chris Paul, Luguentz Dort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Darius Bazley, and Steven Adams, the starting five for the Thunder. Shabazz this season at target center for the Thunder. And as I mentioned, the Thunder -5 in Oklahoma City. Out of Arizona State University. And Jim, a pretty
Canadian born.
Here played very well in an Arizona State uniform, and he's a physical guy. You can see how he's built. Towns gets an easy one down low.
18% from downtown on the season. Towns, on the other hand, a fantastic three-point shooter. 41. Played last night. They beat the Atlanta Hawks 129-111. Towns underneath. Karl-Anthony Bazley quickly up the floor. Met by a few green jerseys and unable to. Took the year off last year to train for the NBA. Towns has it blocked by Adams.
Even Adams.
He had 14 points, 3 of 8 from downtown 12 days ago. Towns, meantime, hits another triple.
He just spaced out that time on the baseline of a bounce play. No one picked him up.
He's got all 12 of the Timberwolves points. Muscala, he had 4-3.
I mean, you said defenders, probably their best defender.
Towns attacking Muscala by Gilgeous-Alexander, and here come the Thunder. And Chris Paul pulls the trigger. It's back to a 4-point game. He's against the Thunder. Towns has been magnificent. Looking to attack again.
Nice
and
job.
Finishes again.
Nice job by Hart. Plus, he was trying to seal Mike Muscala.
Muscala.
Pick and pop.
Nails his second.
Was the most adamant shot blocker in a dead ball situation I've ever seen in my entire life.
Karl-Anthony Towns
is on fire.
Yeah.
Rip.
And then they wonder, was it good? Would it have been good? Am I on? Bazley is on. Oh my goodness, he skies for that. McLaughlin. Okogie. Oh, Josh Okogie says, put this into the dunk. Nightly ready for the NBA down in Iowa. Schroeder connects on the three. Looked away and then forced it up. But the Thunder able to get a second chance. Schroeder wide open off the feed from Chris Paul.
You know, this Minnesota needs productivity from everybody, and their bench has been faltering a little bit here, not been quite as productive. Chris Paul knocking down that mid-range jump, true shooting percentage, the effective field goal percentage, and the usage. As Culver gets that one knocked away, it's going to be foul here. And some guys aren't. He does not suffer fools. He is one of the most competitive guys that have ever played this game.
Diallo able to get consecutive shots when they have got a field goal attempt. Towns with the block. 9 straight shots now, trying to end the drought. Kata finally does. Burton. Oh, he banks it in. He wasn't calling bank either. 7th year now in the league. Seems like he's gotten a little bit better every single year. And speaking of getting better, Schroeder. Schroeder's got 12. Covington. And a little floater teardrop by Towns. Feeds Kata, and it's a nice cut by Bates Diaz. Just a second rebound tonight by Towns. Gets fed by Culver.
That was a nice play right there, and you can always depend on Kata making a smart play.
Culver was sizing up a dunk, has it blocked. Kata trying to pick the pocket of Schroeder, and the Thunder able to get out in transition.
His points per possession in cutting day was 1.4. So we talk about points per possession. That one is kind of the number as Shabazz Napier knocks
so favorable. The only number working against him are the 17 missed games.
Yeah.
That and the Timberwolves record. As Covington able to get it back to a 3-point game.
Got a lot of great performances this year, though, Dave.
We think he's an all-star. Burton
too, but you start throwing out the names and Eastern Conference guards, it's pretty competitive.
Well, the difference is Zach has never been an all-star as Kata Bates, and that certainly will play in Carl's favor. Schroeder rejected by Towns. Muscala works it around for Diallo. Diallo able to connect, coming in the paint, Jim. That is exactly where he wants to be if he's not shooting threes. Wiggins Has it poked away by Diallo. Overall by OKC.
Someone's open.
Wiggins open. And Andrews splashes it down.
So
8 turnovers by Minnesota. Baisley, second dunk of the game for Baisley.
Oh,
and
man.
the Timberwolves win the tip. Napier leaks out.
What a great sequence.
Back to a 2. Paul gets the screen from Adams. Back for Schroeder, open look for a 3.
All orchestrated by Carroll, and that's all Chris Paul needed to see.
Paul's got 6 assists here in this half. Wiggins gets into the paint. See if the Timberwolves try to get a quick shot. They do. McLaughlin and the Wolves get it.
How good is he late quarter? He did the same thing in Chicago.
Chris Paul. Okogie falls to the floor, and Paul able to drill the mid. So I don't know if that's good news or bad news, but it is a left knee injury this time around. Chris Paul and one, Tony will not drop. Dort out of the corner, and Dort said he's not shooting it that well.
Down in Miami is second to none.
Wiggins able to hit the 3, first bucket of the second. You have to have a beach body.
No, Pat Riley makes sure that happens. They got rules.
Yes, they do. Oh, what a friendly roll there. Back into the hands of Shabazz. Wiggins, Napier, another try, and that was good.
Shabazz, you know, further his career down the road, has moved around a bunch in his career.
Baisley. Paul.
He just rises up, doesn't he? I mean, that
was already. Dort saw one go through out of the corner, and he was with a better win percentage. Milwaukee, Utah, and the Lakers over that stretch. Chris Paul.
The way that he just drives winning for this team. He's always in the era of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's. Towns, what a great move down the lane. Chris Paul is always in the ear of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, teaching him how to win at this level.
Dort. Oh my goodness! Lugens Dort. 14 to shoot for OKC. Schroeder off the baseline out of bounds play. Wiggins an attack and a finish. Schroeder gets 2 right back. It seems like they're threatening to tie this thing up or take the lead. The Thunder have had an answer. Okogie underneath.
Wow.
Partially blocked by Baisley. And the Thunder have done a better job here in this second half of limiting the touches for Towns. And Towns takes advantage of that time. Towns beats Okogie. And maybe that'll give the Wolves a spark. Chris Paul. Diallo for Chris Paul. Muscala ends up with a 3. Right as the shot clock was, and he couldn't get the shot to drop though. And now the Thunder looking to push it to a 20-point advantage. And they do just that. Moved into 3rd place in front of Michael Jordan. Did it from the free throw line.
Yeah. We'll stop the game.
Felt like coming to the arena tonight. Wiggins, set up by McLaughlin. Adams back to Schroeder, and McLaughlin got a hand on it, able to save it to Culver. Bates Diop, and Queta gets 2 more back from Minnesota.
Put that on the money. Shows you how talented he is.
Nas Reed picks up some loose pace.
Get back in front again.
Diallo, good contest by Andrew, but Diallo gets it to go. Bates Diop drives in on Burton, and the Wolves clearly have a little bit of momentum here, but you got to play nearly perfect.
How about that by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Taking on the defense. Nas didn't want to commit because he thought he was going to dump it to Steven Adams as Wiggins gets that to go.
Andrews is right. He finished with 20 points. Wow, he got rid of it just before it would have been a travel. Culver, and Jarrett needed to see that one drop. McLaughlin. Culver this time will take it, has it blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Napier looking for a three, and now he's got the double-figure scoring.
Yeah. Nice show by Towns to reroute Gilgeous-Alexander.
Baisley.
Boy, how good has he been tonight?
Really? Paul with the shot clock down to 5. It's not really been a big factor in this game.
He's been hobbled, that's for sure.
Does have 4 blocks, though.
Minnesota's done a nice job defending him in pick-and-roll game.
Wiggins pulls up for a contested 3 and hits it. Napier for Covington. Rocco got hit as he put it up.
Okay. Adams is a big man to have to take on this in a switching situation if you're Covington and for Towns to try to contain that little dude.
Towns, corner 3. 7-point game.
Shows you how much faith Ryan Saunders has in him.
Schroeder gets an open look. Man. Napier takes it away from Chris Paul. Napier for Towns. Covington fires a 3 and hits a 3. 5-point game. Paul gets the screen from Muscala and then gets into the paint. For OKC tonight, only 20 for Minnesota.
Yeah.